What's up, guys? So Japan has just elected their first female prime minister, Sanae Takaichi, which is historical because Japan is a sausage-dominated country in terms of politics. We all know that. And this is historical. This is like when America elected their first black president. Sorry, their first Kenyan president. So this is a move. This is a shift in Japanese politics because we know this place is male dominated. I live in Japan and I can tell you, before finding a female boss, you'll find a cat that is a mayor of a town. You know what I mean? It's not easy for women to be bosses in Japan. So this is a huge move. This is a move towards the liberation of women in Japan, some may say. But who is Sanae Takaichi? She was born in 1961 in a place called Nara. If you don't know Nara, Nara is next to Kyoto. It's like a 30 minutes train ride from Osaka, if I'm not wrong. I've been to Nara a couple of times. It's a nice place. So she was born and raised in Nara in a very conventional family. She loves music, specifically heavy metal. She's a huge heavy metal fan. She also went to Kobe University. Again, Nara and Kobe is not that far, and I think that's why. So you don't want beef with her because she's from Kobe, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah, her leadership is very, very interesting because she's very nationalistic, like Japan first, like, but not the Sanseito way, but kinda, you know, because as we know, the LDP has lost a lot of support both in the House and public support because of its policies that has really affected the economy. And, you know, there are so many issues at stake here. We have issues of immigration. We have issues of international relations with other countries like China. And yeah, so she's very nationalistic, and it will be just interesting to see how this plays. She's a work freak, man. She came and she was just like, from the word go, she was just like, hey, what is work-life balance here that I'm hearing about? Just work. Just work. It looks like she listens to Rihanna too, because her policy is just, guys, work. Okay, go to work. You're feeling tired, go to work. You're feeling hungry, go to work. Go to work. Go to work. You are dead, go to work. Like, she doesn't have like work-life balance. No, that's not her thing. But looks like she's trying to bring about like more women in the government and women participation and all that. So it's a good thing for women. But also, most people argue that she is actually part of the patriarchy. Is it patriarchy? Patriarchy. She's part of that patriarchy. Like male domination. Looks like she's part of that. Yeah, things like, you know, she opposes like separate surnames for married couples. She's anti-LGBTQ. So why are you gay? You know, that's her question. If you come to Japan saying like, how you doing? She'll be like, why are you gay? You know, she's anti same-sex marriage. So she promotes Abenomics. If you don't know Abenomics, these are the economic policies that were put in place by the great Shinzo Abe. So she's like, I want to revive that shite, man. But I think she should, because I remember when Abe was the prime minister of Japan, we used to get a check, you know what I mean? Like during COVID and when times were tough. I don't know, was he the prime minister then? But all I can remember, during tough times, yeah, we used to get, you know, some money, man. I think that's a good thing because the yen is so weak. And I think that is one of the reasons why the LDP has lost a lot of support in the House, because the yen, the economy is not doing very well right now. The yen is super weak. There is an influx of tourists and foreigners in Japan. And she's like, yep, once I get in, man, you gotta get out of here. Like, she's coming to clean up the city, guys. You guys gotta be ready. If you're out there and you're here illegally and, you know, you are not from Japan, or, you know, you are a burden to society, she's like, yeah, we don't have time for you. You gotta go. You gotta go. So she's an iron lady, and I can't wait to see what she'll do with this country. It's gonna be very interesting. People are saying she has learned a lot from Donald Trump because her approach is very nationalistic, you know. So she's like, yeah, we're gonna stop all the Islamic and illegal immigration to Japan because we have to protect the Japanese culture. Has to be protected. It's a pure culture. It's a pure breed. It's a nice people, and we have to protect this at all cost. It is believed that there are so many fake refugees in Japan, and she's like, yeah, you gotta leave, man. Yeah, bye. Bye. Go back to where you came from. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Will Japan have like their own ice? What is Japan's ice called? Kori or some stuff like that? I don't know. The world is really changing, and Japan is on the forefront of that. Japan is really learning from what is happening in America and in Europe and the rest of the world. And they're looking at these countries that have been affected by immigration, and they're like, we don't want to be like the UK, you know. But guys, it's different. The UK and America, these are different societies from Japan, because Japan is very homogeneous. But at the same time, their population is also growing slim. It's going down. They are not having enough kids. We've said this so many times on this channel. And it is just interesting to see how they will balance the two. How will they balance not having enough labor force, but at the same time kicking out people who are already here and they're working and they are law abiding? So it's going to be a very, very interesting scenario in the next couple of years. But I don't know how long she'll be in the office, because Japan has had prime ministers every 5 minutes. Since I started this video, Japan has just had 7 different prime ministers. They just keep on changing them like that. It's crazy, man. I don't understand the politics here. That's why do not take any information that I'm telling you seriously, because I am not a political pundit. I just spew things that are in my brain. So yeah, it's crazy.